And I got to show love to the DMV area because this definitely hits really close to home. And I know we have a good chunk of our audience that are from the DMV area. So I definitely want to just kind of put out an all points bulletin here. I'm not sure how many of you all are aware of this, but there was a disturbing piece of news that had came about a week and a half, maybe almost 2 weeks ago, of this 24-year-old grad student that was riding the metro train. Who knows where he was trying to go? Maybe he was on his way to work. Maybe he was on his way home. I don't know what the situation was. But long story short, this sick, deranged individual walked up to him while he was on the train, sitting down. I don't know the exact location of where he was sitting. I don't know if it was like, for you guys that ride the WMATA trains a lot, I don't know if it was in that last cart where you have windows. I know a lot of people, including myself, like sitting right there. However, you leave yourself very vulnerable to the wrong people that decide they want to get on there and rob folks. But I don't know where this guy was sitting, but long story short, this thug came up to him and demanded he relinquish his cell phone, and the guy wouldn't. There was a fight. This young 24-year-old kid, he got stabbed repeatedly to death. There was 4 people, counted, 4 people that were watching this go down as this man was screaming for his life, screaming for help. And he did not receive that help as he got stabbed to death. And this guy decides afterwards, when he finally gets the phone off of what is about to become a dead person, he breaks it up, throws it at the body as it's about to go lifeless and all that. And then he has the balls to rob people. I don't know how many people, but apparently he robbed some other people on the same train before hauling ass. Now, the cops would eventually catch this scumbag, this piece of shit, this degenerate, and it was through good police work, camera surveillance and all that. Luckily, one of the police officers that works with WMATA, they saw the footage and they recognized this young man. They were able to put a name to the face. And what's really, really messed up about this story is that this young man was in trouble with the law just 24 hours prior. Yes, just a day prior, as he was doing some robbery nearby a metro station. He was just robbing folks in the area, and he got apprehended before, I guess, he could make it underground to the train and all that. And apparently, when it came to the bond hearing and all that, somehow the judge decided it was okay for him to be released, or there was something weird that went down that just in hindsight you just kind of go, damn, I bet you if the judge knew what they knew now back then, they probably would have been like, okay, let's raise the bail to X amount of money or whatever, and that way that guy doesn't get out. But you know, they got this guy. Thank God. It sucks that a life had to be sacrificed in the result of this. But there's a main reason why I'm telling this story. Even if you do not live in the DMV area, there's some really good pieces of advice that I just want to really drive home to you guys. And this is definitely from a security standpoint. When it's all said and done, off and on, I have about at least 7 years worth of security experience. And let me tell you, from just a security standpoint, when you are riding these trains, these buses, the one thing that I want for all of you all to have in mind is, okay, you know what, this is public transportation, meaning any and everybody can get on this same bus or train just like me. There are no special accommodations. It's pretty much come as you are, like the Nirvana song goes. So that's the first thing that I want you to really embed in your mind going forward if you use these methods of public transportation. for the simple fact, when it comes to your tablets, when it comes to your iPhones, your Samsung Galaxies, you name it, whatever the respective device is, I want you guys to always be mindful of your surroundings. Even if you don't have anybody that gets on that train or that bus that you converse with on a daily basis, when that train or bus makes its stop, always look at everybody that is getting on that train. Look at everybody that is getting on that bus so that you know what is going on around your surroundings. If you engulf yourself too much into your tablet, your phone, whatever your respective device is, you leave yourself so vulnerable. I cannot stress that enough to you guys. And when somebody is sitting next to you and you have your tablet out and all that, I want you to go on ahead and just put that bad boy in your purse, your book bag, whatever. Get back to it later. Unless it is something extremely urgent that needs you to respond to immediately. You know, you got an email or a call, it's a life or threatening situation. I want you to just, you know what, this can wait. Now, I'm not just saying that to you guys. I practice what I preach. Every morning when I get ready to go on the bus, and I've been using public transportation X amount of years, all right? Once I get my route down and I start to familiarize myself with, yeah, this person rides this bus all the time, or I see these people, they ride the train all the time, but it's really the bus I want to home in on. But for the sake of the argument, we're just going to treat everything equally, all right? But, you know, once you start to know, you know, if this is a regular person or whatever like that, when it comes to the bus, it's more intimate. Especially if it's like along your same route and everything like that. You know, for me personally, I'll mess with my tablet and all that when I'm on my way to work in the morning, because I know there's going to be a lot of seats that's going to be empty, and I'm going to be in a position where I can see any and everything. And if I start to get a bad vibe about somebody that I see is about to get on the bus, I hides my shit. I put my shit up. You know, that's just how I roll. I'm not going to risk it. You feel what I'm saying? So I want you guys to kind of be that way as well. When it comes to the train, I wouldn't even chance it. I wouldn't even bust out the phones and all that. Just get on there, focus on going from A to B, because I don't want you guys to end up in a situation like this young man did, which brings me to my next point. The fact that 4 people did not try to help this young man that was being stabbed to death. Let me break this down real quick and I'm going to move on. If you see something, heaven forbid, it's a situation where the person that you see doing the attacking and they got a weapon and all that, if they 2 times your size, if you're way older than them, you don't think you can take them on and all that, practically every single train that's out there has some type of an emergency intercom system. And I'm surprised nobody tried to go to that, or nobody stopped the train so that, you know, to try to catch the attention of the conductor so they know what the hell's going on. I'm surprised at how this was all handled. So you see some shit like that go down. If you don't think you can muster up the courage to help that person that's screaming for help by jumping in there physically to help them, then go find the nearest intercom, see if your cell phone is working, stop the train if you need to while trying to communicate with the train conductor what's going on. Don't just be like, hey, long as they don't bother me, it's all good. That's the worst mistake you can make right there, all right? If you see something, say something. That's the bottom line. You see something, say something. Because Lord knows if that's you in that position, you would want for somebody to try to do something to help you. You feel me? So just a little bit of food for thought right there. I was really sad when I had heard about that news. Nobody should have to lose their life like that.